Hi yogis and friends, we are here for part 2 of our shoulder stabilization series. So go ahead and check out video 1 if you haven't seen it yet. And otherwise, if you're ready to go, just warm up a little bit and then let's get started. All right, we're gonna start on our hands and knees and just check back in with those fundamentals about setting up from the ground up. So our fingers need to be gripping into the mat like you are trying to grab a piece out of the ground. So that fires up your forearms, starts some engagement there, and I want you to rotate your triceps towards yourself. So I'll show you right here. Sometimes I see people doing this. We want to rotate so all this muscle draws in our bones closer into our body, right? So that's the kind of action that we want, right there. So gripping into the ground, tucking in our lats, or tucking in our arm bones to our body. Tuck your toes, engage those forearms, and then lift your hips back and up. Nice and high. Good. And keep that rotation drawing inward of your arms towards your face. Keep squeezing those fingertips down, pressing them down. Good. And now we're going to start where we left off, which is lifting our right hand. Engage your core, engage your glutes, engage your thighs. Lift one hand off and try to keep your body as stable as possible. And then next step would be to reach through and start to twist using our shoulder muscle on the left to grab the outside of your left leg. Good. Once you're there, pull yourself through, but keep the integrity in your left shoulder being what does the majority of this. Holding postures is what gets to the deep muscles, because after our shallow or superficial muscles get a little tired, our deep muscles fire up. All right, let's come back to our downward facing dog. This time, fire up your core, lift that left hand, reach through, grab the outside of your right leg, twist and pull, letting your right shoulder do the work. And hold here, but don't hold your breath. Remember to keep breathing deeply, thoroughly. You might feel a little bit of shaking, a little bit of tiredness. That is good, that's normal. And slowly come back out of this posture, lower down on your knees, and let's open up our shoulders. So hands behind your back, sit on your heels, and have your fingers pointing face down, palms on your lower back. Roll your shoulder blades back, roll your elbows back towards one another, and just take a few deep breaths, lifting your chin slightly. Actively squeezing your arms behind your back. Excellent. All right, so now we're gonna do some exercises that you can literally do anywhere, even if you don't have your yoga mat. So I want you to take your hands, putting your palms together, and have your forearms parallel with the ground. Good. And then I want you to press in as hard as you can with all parts of your hand and fingers. Pressing in. So this actually fires up the forearms in different ways. And then you'll also feel you can activate different parts of your shoulders. So I want you to activate your shoulder blades and all the muscles back here. And I also want you to activate your chest. So see how many parts of your chest and shoulder girdle that you can engage while you press as hard as you can with your fingers. So this is an isometric exercise where you are working to, just with your own body strength, one side against another, to strengthen your muscles. All right, if you feel like shaking, you're doing it right. Keep breathing through this process. We're going to continue to hold for about another 5 seconds. And release. Shake it out. Good, awesome. So now we're going to do the same kind of idea, but we're going to do it with our hands up overhead. Okay, there can be a slight bend to the elbow, but not so much that all of the action comes right here to the elbow joint. We want it to be a shoulder joint strengthening exercise. So keep it mildly straight. And then I want you to press your hands together. Ooh, you might feel your deltoids fire up, but see if you can have your shoulder blades and your chest all be engaged in this exercise. Press through your fingers all the way up to the fingertips, as well as the heel of your hand. Every part of your hand should be squeezing together. Breathe deeply. Got about 10 more seconds. Just feel through it. Notice your body. Be aware, be present. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Whew. I feel that one. All right. Awesome. We're going to do one more kind of like this, and it's going to be behind your back. Okay, so you can do this fingers facing down, palms together. But the important part about this is the setup. So we really have to roll our shoulders back and press your hands together. Now this one you probably won't be able to press as hard as the front, but I want you to just try fingertips, heel of your hand, palm of your hand, squeezing as you continuously squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Good. Find your breath, breathing in. Every time you breathe out, see if you can press a little bit more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Awesome. All right, so you probably feel awake and alive in your shoulders now, which is good. So we're going to come back to our plank, what we started out with, and see how you feel doing this same exercise we did in the first video today with our shoulders all fired up. So your choice, you can either come to a knee plank, right, or a full plank. But no dipping the hips. We want to make sure that we have our low belly engaged, and you're trying to bring your pubic bone and we'll say our sternum closer together, right? And this just whole section of our body engaged, as well as our transverse abdominis. Drop on your pelvic floor. Good. Fire up through the back of your legs. Squeeze into the mat. Good. Think about drawing your arm bones in towards your face. All right, so we're rotating our arms and our triceps towards your face so you can engage your lats. Good. And from here, bring your feet a little bit wider. It helps for stabilizing. And we're going to do one move before we move to our side plank. And we're just going to raise our right hand onto the fingertips. And see if you can keep your body relatively still without shifting side to side. Maybe that felt good to you. Maybe this time you can reach your arm up and back down. Left side, fingertips. If that felt good, reach your arm up and back down. Good. Now we're going to rotate onto our left side, reaching our right arm up, pressing into the mat, using our shoulder to stabilize during this pose. Lift our hips up higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind your back. Rotate back to our plank as far as you can before you have to let your hand come down. Good. Same thing on the other side. Right arm down, left arm up. Press into the mat. Squeeze. Try to take a chunk out of your mat. Shoulders activate. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. Lift your hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind your back. See if you can rotate your body back towards the ground. Hold it there as long as you can before you need to place your hand back down. Good. Knees down. Shake out your wrists. Whew. So that is a great way to really strengthen those deeper muscles, and the more you practice, the more you'll be able to see a difference, even in just other movements that you make throughout the day. Because in real life, right, in our everyday life, we're not doing muscle isolation like you do with some different things at the gym. This is working on those functional movements. Love functional movements. So practice, come back to my channel, take more videos, So great to see you today. Namaste, my friends.